In today's video, we're saving this line in this house behind me that has very special finishes, and we're going to be doing an epoxy coating by removing the toilet. So stay tuned. We're about to prep and get started right now. This is an older neighborhood here in Los Angeles. The homes were built in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. So all of the cast iron pipe is at its end of its lifespan. All right, let's go meet the team, Marco and Juan. They're in there prepping, so let's go see what's going on here. Yeah, here's our containment. Hey, Marco.
Hey, Jim.
What's up,
Come
buddy?
on in. Let me show you upstairs.
Okay. Good morning, Juan. All right. Getting all the floors prepped? Yep. Awesome. All right, so let's go upstairs. All right, what do we have here?
We're going to be removing this toilet.
Okay.
Protecting the area, and then we're going to do a less invasive pipe coating with epoxy.
Yep.
So
this toilet's going to be removed. This toilet's been backing up for a while now, and she's just tired of it. Below us is a very specialized ceiling. So what we've come up with a solution is removing the toilet, descaling, and then doing an epoxy sort of coating to rehabilitate that pipe. So we've got a lot of prep work to do. Crew's going to be here about 1, 2 o'clock, so it gives us some time to do a lot of prep work here. You can see here in the bathroom, guys, custom wallpaper here that we're going to protect. The weeds coating here along, protect the door here, and then we're going to put this a baby's room here, so we've got to respect that and make sure that we put plastic all the way down here, and then all the way down to the steps to the front door. Let's take a look at the ceiling, because obviously there's different ways to repair a pipe that's corroded. This house is probably built in the 40s, so if you're getting a lot of backups, you know, there are many different solutions. This particular customer was adamant about not opening up the ceiling down below. Let's go take a look at that. So here's the ceiling directly below that bathroom here. That's the ceiling there, light fixture. We definitely don't want to affect this ceiling and the walls, and so we're going to have that non-invasive approach in doing our coating. Alright guys, so anytime you're doing any type of coating inside the home, super important to protect the carpets, the walls, the flooring, tile, things of that sort, because last thing you want to do is rehabilitate a line, but now you've got epoxy on somebody's carpet. So very important to hire the right contractor that's also not only going to do a great job with the lining, but also protect your property. How this house has a lot of special finishes, so it's a perfect, trenchless technology is a perfect application for this type of home that has, you know, special wallpaper, finishes, a lot of pictures, things that could be disrupted in a demolition. So super happy to be able to offer this to a client. All right, so we've got all the floors, this floor completely protected, and then now we're going to put a piece of ram board across this wainscoting here. So before we do the protection, if we see little marks like that right there, I just went to the client and brought it to her awareness, took a photo, just showing that this was here prior. A lot of times when we do these big projects and a client comes up here and they notice something like that, well, that was never there prior to you guys working. So we always sort of have a good eye for little things like that, and she was totally aware of it and cool. All right, so we've got all this ram board protecting the walls here. And again, it may be a little overboard. A lot of plumbers may be watching this going, oh, that's way overboard. But this is our process. This gives us that extra insurance. Plus, clients love to see their home, their biggest investment, fully protected. Gives them a peace of mind. They have no idea what we're doing inside that line. They have no idea how well we're coating in the line. But this is a good representation of the company that they're hiring. If we're protecting their property, then they feel secure in the work that we're doing. Just wanted to offer that. Okay, we've extracted the water. Go ahead and remove the toilet. We like putting a trash bag at the bottom just because of the wax seal. It's all over carpets, and just don't want to step in that stuff. Okay, so that's what the toilet looks like at the bottom base. You can see the old cast iron here, guys. You can see how that cast iron is pretty pitted. So if that looks like the way it does here on the vertical drop, can you imagine what the horizontal drop looks like? So that's what we're going to coat. All right, so we've got this fully protected now. All right, we're going to go ahead and perform an inspection here and see. All right, so we've gotten our measurement from the camera. We're going to go out there, figure out the exact length so we know how much coating to mix. There's definitely going to be some cleaning involved because the bottom of that pipe, I don't know if you could really see on camera, but there was a section of it that needed a little bit of descaling. But you've got to be, there's a certain balance of cleaning. You don't want to over clean, especially dealing with old cast iron. So let's go outside and do the measurements and see how much coating we're going to be installing. Coating is a great application, especially if you don't want to open up walls and special flooring, things like that. So it's a really good application for that. So here's the push rod here. Here's our tape. So I would say about 12 feet or so. It's going to be applied in there. All right, so we're attaching our flex hose here, and this is where the epoxy resin is injected into that line. So we're going to go ahead and measure that out, cut it, and apply it there to that push rod. So here's the our descaler, the chains. So what we're doing now is we're marking that right there. So that is going to be our end of our closet bend. So we know that we're able to get the entire line cleaned and descaled. All right, so we're going to plug in the camera now and take a look at what we've done so far.
That's descaling? Yeah, that's all the loose stuff right there.
Yep, that's all the loose stuff in this chains.
And then you can see the chains right now.
All right, so we're going to run some water to flush out all those debris. All right, so look at the difference after the flush.
Nice and long.
Nice and clean. Nice. Here we go. I'm going to start the prep work now for the coating. So we're going to go ahead and add a blower into that line just to get some air movement, because we don't want any, it doesn't matter if the line is a little bit damp, but you don't want water pooling. So we don't want to take that chance. We're going to add some air and inject it in that line just to give it that extra drying period for the coating. You only have one shot at this, so it's important to really go in there and do the right application. As you can see here, we just use a typical leaf blower here that pushes a lot of air down that line. Okay, so go ahead, Alex, explain.
We put two brushes on here. The first one is to apply the coating. The second one to smooth it out a little bit. And we put a locking so the brushes won't get stuck, come off the holes here, and everything's safe and apply safely.
So here's the mini coat pump, guys. That's where the coating material goes in. Pumps it into this black hose here, and then which he's connecting right now, the end of those brushes. All right, so we've got the displacement tube in there, the brushes. We're going all the way down to that 12-foot mark where that ABS and cast iron was connected. And then, so what we do is we'll shoot from there and then come into reverse, right, Alex? Yes. So we'll insert the camera, make sure that we're all the way to the end. There's our brush there. So we're right there at the end. That's where we're going to start. So we're going to go ahead and leave the camera in there and utilize it as we're applying the coating. So it allows us the visibility to see how much coating, where we're at. We're going to go back and forth, so be interesting to watch. Stay tuned. Yeah, so you see where that connection is there, guys, that shiny part? That's going to be all sealed as well. That's the great thing about coating. We're able to fill in those voids. As soon as we start to see the epoxy come out of those brushes, that's the indicator that it's time to start the application. All right, you can see the starting to pour out there. Okay. Here we go. All right, we're retrieving the camera because we're getting up close to the closet bed here.
Okay, go for it. Pump and...
Yeah. So we've got some acetone there. Get some of this epoxy.
Okay.
Check that out, guys. How beautiful. Huge before and after. All right, so this is going to take 3 to 4 hours for cure, so we will not put the toilet back on today, but pretty amazing. Awesome technology. Well, guys, that's how you rehabilitate, restore an old pitted cast iron pipe. Hopefully this was helpful. Please leave your comments down below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.